Franki.
It's your girl Angela.
And we are To Be Real. Thank you so much for joining us on our first episode of our podcast.
I'm so excited.
Yes, we are here.
Oh my gosh. Finally here. We've talked about it for so long. And now we have officially made it happen, right?
Yes.
Stepping out. Here's to stepping out. So,
stepping out.
Yeah. So we're excited. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So today we're going to get into talking about being our authentic self and what that means to you. And we're going to kind of discuss what that means to us too. So for me, I feel like being my authentic self is just being true to myself and being real to myself.
Being real.
You know?
I agree.
The core of who I am. And to me, it's really about being comfortable with who you are. Miss Angie, how you feel about that?
I agree. Mm-hmm. I think that, being true to ourselves essentially would lead to a happy life.
Exactly.
And even with our behaviors, I think that when we are true to who we are, we don't hide behind a mask.
Right.
Exactly. And we don't have to try so hard to fake it. And, being who we really are and being comfortable with that. Yeah.
So I feel like, what are some reasons we struggle with being our authentic self? The first thing I feel like is lack of self-esteem. Like I said, being comfortable with yourself, you really got to be at a place of growth. And it takes time to get there. It's not something for some people that happens overnight. I don't really think for anybody that happens overnight, because we all have something that we feel like we're lacking. And I think that keeps us from being at our full potential of who we really want to be. And sometimes I feel like blocks our dreams.
Yeah, it can. It really can. And I think, like when you said a lack of self-esteem, I think that, like you said, it can play a factor with us reaching our full potential of who we are, because we're so worried about other people or the environment around us. And, we live in a world now where everybody's opinion matters. And I think that that's what we tend to fall into. And forget about who, and
I kind of want to piggyback off the fear. I feel like it's a fear of judgment from others. I feel like you get so caught up in what other people think about you, how other people feel about you, and it really holds you back. It really holds you back from being who you really want to be, being who you are. We live in a world where nobody wants to stand out.
Nobody wants to.
And I'm like, why? I like stand out. Like, who wants to blend in with the crowd? Like, be a leader, And
I was going to say that, because when you said stand out, people are scared to stand out. I think it's more of people wanting to be like everybody else.
Exactly.
Maybe not intentionally, but it ends up
follow the crowd.
You follow the crowd, and I think that
you
don't have enough people who are stepping out, whether it's the way you look, your opinion,
the way you dress,
your dress, your faith,
your mindset,
your faith, or whatever it is.
Faith.
I think
that's a really good one.
Oh yeah. And so I think that, like you said, we have a fear of what other people would think about us, and so we're constantly trying to change ourselves to try to fit in, or to
readjust yourself to what others feel
to
like
be accepted,
you should be, or to be accepted. And like I feel like even for myself, like I have grown a lot. Like I feel like I'm finally in my era, in my age, where I'm like, this is me. And the famous word, either love me or leave me alone.
Exactly.
It's just, this is where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
And I feel like that goes back to, needing validation, needing approval. And it's not healthy.
It's not healthy. It's not healthy.
I mean, just be yourself,
It's important to be true to yourself.
It improves your relationship with others.
It does improve your relationship with others. It also helps build self-confidence.
Of course, yes.
Right?
Yes.
And then also mentally and emotionally.
Of course.
I feel like it's important to be your true self.
And I want to piggyback off what you said about self-confidence. Like, once you get to that place, and like, I felt like it's just so liberating. You feel like this is me. It's like I'm coming out.
Yeah,
you know,
I want
the world to know.
Yeah. Well, and then you know what? I was just thinking about what you just said about as we mature.
Yes.
We start to really be like, okay, I'm tired of whatever
masking.
It is.
You're masking.
Yes.
You know, it's just
it gets exhausting.
Yeah.
So I found that when you start being yourself, you may start losing relationships, right?
Yeah.
Friendships may fall off, but not to say that new ones won't come into play. But it's kind of like when those, like if it's a relationship, a relationship, or if it's friendships or whatever it is, and it tends to fall off. It's kind of like a weight that's lifted off. You know what I mean?
But I feel like we need to ask ourselves, if we're being our true selves and we lose those relationships, was that really even a good relationship?
Was it a really good to have?
You know, I mean, real people are going to love you for who you are. The people that love you are going to be there.
Yep.
You know, they're going to hold you down no matter what. You know, they're going to let you speak your mind.
Yep.
It's a sense of freedom.
It is a sense of freedom.
Because you can be a prisoner in your own mind when it comes to that, because so many people are judgmental. So many people need validation. I mean, like, just look at, for instance, like social media. You know, that's to the higher standard of everybody. Some people want to just blend in, and it's, you know, if you don't stand up for anything, you know,
you fall for anything. Yeah.
So I just think that's important. You know, definitely speak your mind. You know, I mean, that's part of being who you are.
Yeah. I think that when you do that too as well, it helps make you, you know, it makes you make better decisions when it comes to you, to yourself and the people that are around you. And I think that's very important.
Right.
I think that sometimes we have to step back and we have to evaluate ourselves and take an inventory. Yeah. You know, of yourself.
Yeah, and you have to enforce your unique qualities about yourself. Like, don't be afraid to be unique and, you know, do things that set you apart. You know, do things that you love, that you know that makes you happy, no matter what it looks like.
Let me ask you this. So what are some things that a person can do to kind of help themselves refine themselves, or not even that, to really rediscover yourself?
I feel like you really, I feel like being alone, you know, being able to be away from the social norm, and just taking time to reevaluate, like, what do you like to do? Like, whether it's reading, hiking, playing a sport, running, working, whatever you do, it's like, find that time for you to reevaluate who you are, you know? And sometimes, and also you have to do it without the company of others, because you need that quality time for yourself is the most important time you can have.
Right,
you know?
Exactly.
Some people get caught up on scared of being alone in their own thoughts. They feel like they have to be around other people. And I feel like that plays a big part of people being scared to be who they are and be themselves.
Right, exactly. And you said it, being, sometimes you have to take me time.
Self-care.
Remember?
Self-care is so important.
So important.
I love the self-care day.
Self-care. I think one time you had mentioned, I think a lot of people do this. They take trips by themselves. You know, you go somewhere. I mean, and then I have to be like,
by yourself. Go to the movies. It is so liberating.
One of my fears, which I promise you guys I'm going to try it out, is going to lunch by myself.
I love it. I did it one day. And
I've never done it.
And it was just so, like, my thoughts are running free, and it was very liberating for me.
I have to try it. I always said that I'm going to do it by myself. Well, you know, I think I can do the movies because, you know, the lights are off anyway.
That's a little different. It's me and my popcorn, you know, my soda stuff.
Yeah, you know, but I think I want to try. I'm telling you, we're saying this to you, but, you know, we're actually applying this stuff to our lives even today. Like, we're rediscovering ourselves.
Exactly. Every day.
We've learned that with embarking on this journey that we're doing. We are finding ourselves and, like, gosh, like, man, we have so much that we want to share with what we believe, you know, what we know, what we've seen, what we experience, and we want to share with you guys. And I think that right there is liberating in itself. Like, it's like, I feel like we're going to really find ourselves in this journey that we're on,
of course,
together.
Yes, together.
But individually. It's, you see what like together we're finding ourselves.
One kind of deal.
Yeah. So, you know, and I think we chose to have this be our first topic because of course our title is to be real.
Yeah. And so what other way than to say be your authentic real self?
Be your real self.
We just want to encourage you all to give us feedback and tell us what drives you to be yourself and what you feed off of, you know, being liberating to be yourself, and, you know, what makes you stand out. What do you do that sets you apart, that you feel like makes you a leader, you know, in your own being, you know?
Yeah. So I agree. I totally agree. And we love to hear that. Yes. And, you know, so we can apply that to our lives. Yeah. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, if y'all have like anything that you want to ask us, any feedback, please let us know. We have our page up. You know, you can DM us, you can message us, whatever you want to do. We are here for the people.
We are here.
Keep it real, because we are to be real.
To be real.
Okay. Yes. So just thank you for joining us today, and there's more to come.
Many more.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.